For the past 14 years, he's helped transform over 21,000 clients. He was the first one to popularize 30-minute fat loss workouts in El Paso and Las Cruces. He's changed the fitness industry in the U.S.-Mexico border. He's the trainer's trainer and has helped hundreds of fitness enthusiasts become trainers. Over the last 7 years, he's helped thousands of kids in need through his charitable contributions. He's the CEO of Raw Fitness, voted #1 gym by the City magazine. He is the king of weight loss, a master in success mindset, transformation genius. He's the man on a mission to change 1 million lives by 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise and put your hands together for Mr. Octavio Urias.
Good morning. How is your day going? My day's going amazing because guess what? I woke up today without hitting the snooze button. I woke up ready to conquer the day. No, I didn't. I didn't snooze, but I woke up and I wanted to keep slipping in. I'm going to be totally honest with you. But today, guess what? We're going to talk about something really important. A few hidden opportunities for you to create more fat loss. Let's see who's in here. Mirna's in here. Good morning. Good morning, Mirna. On Instagram, Steven Avalos is on Facebook. How you guys doing? Kim is on Instagram. How are you? Good morning. So guess what? It's a brand new day, brand new opportunity to kick some butt, to make yourself proud. Sin is in the house. Cynthia, how are you? So today I'm going to show you a few hidden opportunities so that you can burn more fat. Maybe you're new to this. Maybe you're barely getting started in your journey. Maybe you've been doing it for a while and you're hitting a plateau. You've been getting stuck. You've been training hard. You've been watching what you eat, but now your body doesn't want to make that change, right? So the last thing I want you to do is to just go ahead and do more and more and more and more cardio. So let me tell you why. A lot of times, and I've seen this, first of all, I've made this mistake, and then I've seen hundreds, literally hundreds, especially women, make this mistake. They start losing weight, they're doing great progress, and then naturally we get stuck, and guess what happens? More and more cardio becomes the so-called solution, right? But it's not really the solution. And I'll give you a perfect example. Sonny, good morning. Shelton, what's going on, brother? Melissa's here. Len J, Pizza. Man, we have some people ready to rock and roll today. So here's what happens when you do more and more cardio, and I'll give you an example. Picture someone who's a marathon runner, okay? So what do? They train very long time, very, well, not moderate intensity, right? Not little intensity, but they're not going at their full capacity. That's what I mean. Now, if you're a marathon runner, of course, I don't mean to make you wrong or anything. I'm just using an example. When you train like a marathon style, you're gonna try to keep that intensity down because you have to endure long duration. And when you're training it's like this, I want you to picture their body. Are they like super lean, super toned, super shredded with muscle, lines, muscle definition everywhere? You tell me. But maybe 1 out of 10. But for the majority of them, they don't look like that. They don't have that like model type body or like, fitness magazine body like everybody wants to look like, right? Like a fitness Instagram body. So what happens here is the opportunity is not more cardio. Actually, more and more cardio is not the answer. More and more cardio. Of course, there's a place for cardio, don't get me wrong. But when it's becoming like, hey, you're doing 2 hours of cardio a day, 3 hours of cardio a day, then that's not the answer to get shredded. It's the answer to run a marathon. But if you just want to get some muscle tone and you want to look and feel great, that's not going to be the answer. Here's why. You're burning more and more muscle tissue. Actually, you're wasting muscle, and that's what makes you look great. So here's what happens. Your body, you're running, you're teaching your body, hey, you got to endure a long period of time. Number one signal you're sending. Number two signal you're sending is you're eating very low calories because you're trying to lose the fat. So guess what your body's going to have to do? Your body's very smart. Your body's going to become more efficient, more effective, because you're not going to outsmart your body. And it's going to slow down its metabolism. It's going to see, hey, this guy, this girl wants me to run for 1, 2, 3, 4 hours, and it's feeding me very few calories, and I have all this muscle mass that it's so expensive. It takes a lot of water, it takes a lot of oxygen, it takes a lot of calories. It's the most expensive tissue in your body. Let me get rid of some of this muscle. Let me slow down the metabolism so that I can become better at doing this thing that apparently it's so important to do for me, right? Like do cardio for 2 hours, 3 hours a day. See, a lot of times we think that that's logical. Okay, let's just try to burn in more calories. But that's not the answer. Your body's always going to adapt. So it's important to always increase the intensity of the cardio before increasing the volume of the cardio. So if you want to burn more calories, you're going to send a different signal by doing 30 minutes intense or 45 minutes intense as opposed to 2-3 hours not as intense. Okay, so that's the opportunity number one to burn more fat, is do shorter workouts, more intensity. Okay, let's see what you guys have going on over here. I see a lot of people joining on Facebook. Rosario, Melissa, good morning. Crystal Portillo, good morning. Maria. All right, on Instagram. So by the way, guys, as you know, we give away trips, memberships, a lot of cool stuff, supplements every single day of the week. How can you win? Super simple. All you gotta do is like, comment, share, interact with this post on Facebook, on Instagram, and every single day I pick a winner from both, either from Facebook or Instagram. So every week we have 7 winners from both platforms. Last night we just gave away 7 trips to Vegas. You could win one. All right. So another opportunity that I see for fat loss. The last thing, or actually a common thing I see people take out from a diet, fruit, because they say that it's high in sugar, right? Well, it is high in sugar, it's high in carbs. It's a carb source. But it's not just sugar, it's actually fructose. It's a different, sugar is glucose, fructose is a different version. So your body still has to break it down into glucose, okay? So if I were gonna cut a carb out of my diet, because you need to cut some things out, I would not cut carbs. I've made this mistake, but I've done the experiment with clients, keeping fruit in versus taking fruit out, and it's always better keeping it in for a few reasons. Number one, fructose makes your liver happy, okay? And your liver is one of the most important organs to burn fat. So guess what? If your liver is not happy, you're gonna have a hard time, detoxing your body, and you're gonna have a hard time burning fat. So number one, fruit makes the liver happy. Number two, it increases thermogenesis. It increases body's temperature, increases metabolism. So if you have a few servings of fruit with your meals, guess what? You're increasing your metabolism, your temperature in your body, so you're gonna burn more calories. That's just 2 things. Number 3, you still have that sweetness. A lot of times we have a hard time with diets because we have a sweet tooth. We want something sweet. And of course, I don't want you to reach for ice cream or cake or anything like that if you're trying to lose weight, or because then you're gonna crave it more. But the sugar in fruit, the fructose or the sweetness of the fruit, can satisfy that sweet tooth without actually being a junk meal, a junk food, right? A cheat meal. Now, of course, you don't want to eat 20 servings of fruit. Don't get me wrong. Everything has to be in the portions that you need. But check this out. Keeps the liver happy, which will help you burn fat and detox your body. Increases metabolism, increases your body's temperature, satisfies the sweet tooth. And then on top of that, it'll have antioxidants, vitamins, fiber, which actually fiber also, if you don't drink just the fruit, just if you actually eat the fruit, fiber also increases metabolism because it's thermogenic. It increases metabolism, the thermic effect from the fiber is just like protein, like 20 to 30%, which is 3 to 4 times higher than when you eat just any other type of carb or any other type of any type of fat actually. So if you have that in your diet, guess what? It'll make it easier. It'll boost your metabolism. It'll be easier to sustain because you have some sugars in there, right? Without, you don't have to cut all the sugar out completely. So that's another very common hidden opportunity for fat loss that I see that most people mess up. And I learned this the hard way. I took fruit out for a long time too. Now I keep fruit in my diet unless I'm doing like carb cycling. But other than that, I just keep fruit every single day on my diet. So I hope that makes sense. If you're trying to lose more weight, if you're trying to break the plateau. Let's see, what do you guys see in here? Yvette is guilty. No, Melissa Urbin is guilty of that. Guilty of what? Of the fruit, doing that, or the more cardio? So there's just two hidden opportunities to increase your fat loss, to boost through that plateau, to break through that plateau that you can do. And those are just two of the dozens, if not hundreds, of easy to implement, easy to follow strategies that you might look at them like, oh, well, that's just a little thing. But guess what? Little things add up. And those are just a few of the ones that we use with our clients, with our elite clients, to break through plateaus. So if you want to learn more about that, if you want more help breaking the plateau, losing fat, not actually losing muscle, but losing fat, then go to elite-raw.com, elite-raw.com, learn about our elite program, or you can just send me a message. Let's see, what is Melissa saying? Yes, including fruit. What are the best fruits to eat? Are some more beneficial than others? So absolutely yes, great question. So the question is, what are the best fruits to eat? So all fruits, if you're gonna use them as a carb source, are gonna be better. All fruits are good. They're all gonna be better than using a carb source like bread or pasta or any type of grain, because there's more beneficial stuff with the fruit. But if we want to get picky, then the best fruits are gonna be, by far, in my opinion and by research, any type of berry, like blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, because especially like blueberries, like they're the highest antioxidant fruit out there. And they're low glycemic index. They don't spike your blood sugar that much. They taste good. But they're not like overly sweet that will make you crave more and more sweet. So my favorite choice will be berries, will be grapefruit, apple. But at the end of the day, also fruit. Another great thing about fruit, it's a great potassium source. Most people are potassium deficient, and that crushes your workouts. That can increase blood pressure. So that's another reason why you don't want to eliminate fruit out of your diet. But those would be the best fruits. All fruits are good, but really the real answer is this. If you want it to be sustainable, the question is not what are the best fruits, but what are the fruits that I like the most? Because if you focus on eating the foods that you like the most, you're gonna have a way better time sustaining it and sticking to the meal plan. Because a lot of times the problem is not the diet. Most diet works. The problem is that you're not sticking to it. So if you can choose the foods that you want, it'll be way easier for you to stick to it. Okay? Melissa Wade, good morning, Melissa. How are you? I see you in here. Monica, Rox, buenos días. So those are all the benefits. Two things that can help you in breaking the plateau, breaking the fat loss plateau. If you want to learn more, if you want us to help you with more ways to break the plateaus, go to elite-raw.com. We have a special program to break plateaus, as a matter of fact. Like, it is made to take people who've been working out for a while, have been stuck. They got great results at the beginning, but then they got stuck. It's meant to do that. Break that plateau. So this is not a program actually for people that are brand new. If you're brand new, if you're barely gonna get started with the weight loss, then go to boatedbizgym.com. But if you already are a client or you've been working out for a while and you're stuck in that plateau, then this is the program I'm telling you about, elite-raw.com. It's designed to break plateaus. It's designed for people who've been working out for months or years and got results and then got stuck. It's designed, every single thing in the program, the types of foods, the type of meal plan, when you're going to eat carbs, the way you're going to train, how you're going to combine weightlifting, certain muscle groups, certain intensity techniques, how you're going to combine with cardio, how you're going to incorporate high intensity interval cardio. Like, every single thing is made to break plateaus. Let's see, what are you saying here? Have problem with blood. Quiero tacos. María Varela Macías habla mi idioma. Yo podía comer tacos todos los días. Yvette says, I have a problem with menopause weight. So that's a very common problem. And we have a lot of clients. A lot of our clients are females, and not a lot of our clients have gone through menopause or are going through menopause. And it's very important, since you're fighting your hormones, that you align everything as possible to work with your hormones. But also, super important for you is going to be two things: high protein because you want to stimulate muscle mass, because you're losing a lot of muscle mass, and that's why your metabolism slows down on top of the hormonal imbalance. Excuse me, feels like I'm like getting a little sick here. But also, you want to make sure you include resistance training, and not just that, you want to progress on resistance training. So for example, and resistance could be using your body weight, could be using a 10-pound dumbbell, could be using a barbell, any type of resistance that you're fighting against gravity. But not just that, you actually want, and actually this is not just for menopause, this applies to all of you watching. You don't want to just do resistance training and always lift the 10-pounder. If there's no progression, then your body is not going to change. So you're going to get stronger on the 10-pounder and then eventually graduate to the 12-pounder. Or first do more reps with the 10s, then go to the 12-pounders. Then do more and more reps with the 12s until you graduate to the 15-pounders, then the 20-pounders. Is that, you want to progress in either more reps or more weight with the same reps or more time under tension. So if you improve those three things, you're stimulating the muscle to build that muscle, and the more muscle you have, the more calories you burn. See, one of the main reasons why as we age, we store more fat, we get flabby, and we have a harder time losing weight is they say, well, it's because your metabolism slows down with age, right? Well, the real reason for it is because you lose muscle. The muscle is really one of the, or actually, you can look at your muscle as your metabolism, pretty much. Muscle equals metabolism. Little muscle, little metabolism. A lot of muscle mass, a lot of metabolism. I'm sure you've seen someone who's very lean, in great shape, and you might think, well, this guy or this girl probably doesn't eat at all. And then you look at them and like, they eat like for you and the other person together. And you're like, how the hell can this person eat so much and be so lean? Right? Is this a genetic freak or whatever? Well, the reality is they have a lot more muscle versus the fat ratio that they have. So when you accomplish that, it's way easier to maintain weight loss, to maintain the body burning a lot of calories. So how do you do that? You do that through constantly progressing on resistance training. Not just lifting the same weight over and over. You have to increase the repetitions every time. Or not every time, because you can't do it every time. But your goal should be every workout to know, hey, if last time I did 10 reps with this time I'm going to do 11 or 12. Or I'm going to do 10, but I'm going to do it with 5 pounds more. So you want to be looking through that progress so that you give your body a reason to change. If you don't give your body a reason to change, if you just continue to do the 15-pounders over and over again, year after year, then why would your body change? You're not giving the body the stimulus to change. You'll maintain, but you don't want to maintain. I don't think you're part of Raw or Elite or watching this because you want to maintain. Actually, I don't think you can maintain. You either get better or you get worse. Let's see. Danny says, can't wait for my orientation later. Danny, we are honored and excited to hear that you're coming to orientation. We can't wait to meet you. We look forward to helping you with your fitness goals. So there you have it. Those are just a bunch of little things that you need to take in consideration when you want to take your body to the next level. See, it's not just following any diet or any workout program. You gotta have a reason for things. With our programs, what we do, there's a reason why we have an apple where we have an apple. There's a reason why we have a protein shake where we have a protein shake. Or there's a reason why we do a certain exercise versus another. A lot of people think like, oh, you're just throwing these things together. Like, no, like there's a science behind every single thing. There's a reason why you would want a certain type of protein versus another type of protein. Your body will digest it differently. So all these things matter. Little things make huge differences. Imagine if you just make 1% improvement here, 1% there, 1% every day. Imagine like day after day, like tomorrow you'll improve on 1% on top of yesterday. 365, you'll be a totally different person. So these little things, don't take them lightly. They make a huge difference. So please don't go and do cardio for like hours, more and more cardio. Unless you're gonna run a marathon, of course. But if you want to lose weight, be fit, look toned, that's not gonna help you. Don't take the fruits out of your meal plan. Unless you're doing carb cycling or keto, then you wouldn't want to take those fruits out for the 5 reasons I gave you. And again, I told you about progressing on your resistance training, not just doing resistance training for the sake of resistance training. And if you want to lose weight, one of the things we do effective actually, because we talked about resistance and cardio, is we combine them. Hold on, I'm getting a message here and it's interrupting the live stream. Sorry about that. So we combine them. We get the cardio done with high intensity as we get your resistance training done. And we actually get the core training done as well, because while lifting weights over your head or being in a plank position and doing groiner type of movements, that engages the core. You don't just have to do sit-ups to activate your abs. Okay? So I hope that helps. If this helps, let me know. If this is helpful, let me know so that I can keep doing it. Let me know what you want to learn about. What can I help you with? Do you have a trouble spot in your body that you need to target? Do you have a hard time with your meal plan? Do you not know what supplements to take, how to take them? Let me know. I'm here to help. And if you want to learn more about the program to break the plateau, you've been training for a while, again, the link is elite-raw.com, elite-raw.com. If you're not in the plateau, if you haven't been working out, you're thinking, well, maybe I should get started, then go to votedbestgym.com. We have a free 6-week challenge to get you started, and it'll be an honor to help you crush your goals.